Alright you guys already know what time it is. It is time for us to make a brand new list on the top 5 best weapons for the new Call of Duty Mobile Season 6 update, which is pretty exciting because there are a whole lot of buffs that we need to go through, and don't worry, I will be covering them as the days go by. But before I do get on with the list, huge shout out to Call of Duty Mobile for sponsoring this video. If you guys want some more info on this to receive the newest updates for this game and some info, make sure to click the link in the description, and let's get on with the action. Alright guys, now before we do get on with our top 5 list, you guys already know what the drill is. The drill is for us to give you guys the honorable mentions for this season, and starting off we do have the DRH. Now if you guys aren't aware, the DRH is already a 3-shot weapon, which is very awesome, but with this 3-shot weapon we also got some new buffs. Those buffs include the fact that the damage multiplier has been increased, and the damage itself and the range of the weapon have also been adjusted, making it pretty valuable to use in this current rank. But the real question is it good enough to compete against the top 5 guns? And the easy answer to that is yes, but also no. It is good to use when you're not really having fun using the same guns over and over again. But if you guys want a refresher and a gun that could potentially go up against these top 5 guns, this is the weapon to go to. And now that we're done with the honorable list, let's get on with the official top 5 weapons of Season 6. Alright guys, so up on number 5, and this may come to a surprise to you guys, is in fact the M13. Now as the months go by, the M13 has been falling down its rank. Now does that mean this gun is bad? No. But the only problem is the fact that the new guns are getting buffed and going up in the leaderboards is in fact giving the M13 a disadvantage because of its overall mobility and faster fire rates. Now if you guys still want a good AR that has some sort of mobility and has a fast fire rate that can clear corners and allow you to spray and pray, this is the weapon to use. Now me personally, I don't really use it as much anymore, but it is a great weapon for you guys for sure, especially when you use my build up on the screen right here. Now I'm not going to be going through every attachment like I usually do. I'll just put it up on the screen and you guys can feel free to screenshot. But now that we are done with number 5, let's get on with number 4. Alright guys, so up on number 4 we do have one of the best, if not the best, close range SMG, and that is obviously going to be the Mag 10. Now if you guys are unaware, the Mag 10 has received a recent nerf that basically decreased its overall damage range, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy about that because let's be real, an SMG should not be cross-mapping you across a long range map. An SMG should act like an SMG, which means it should have great mobility, great time to kill when it comes to close and mid range, and its overall aspect of an SMG, quote unquote, should be an SMG like I mentioned before. So I'm in full support of Call of Duty Mobile for nerfing that, and because of that, here it is on the number 4 spot. And up on the screen right now we do have our setup. Now as you guys can see, this is based off my playstyle. I'm a very aggressive player, which means this is the best fit for me. You guys can obviously play around with the attachment, but this is the one that gave me the best performance and the best stats, as I've been using it for a few months now. I would say, I don't know how long the Mac 10's been out, but now that you're done with number 4, we can go on to the top 3 list, and that is going to be starting off with this. Now up on number 3, we probably have one of the OG old guns that a bunch of people use after the 2020 World Championship series, and that was after Tectonic used it and absolutely obliterated everyone. Now I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of fun using this weapon. When it first came out, I didn't know what to put it as, so I gave it an honorable mention because let's be real, not that many people played around with this weapon. But the more I use it and the more I see people using it in rank and competitive, the more I realize that it is in fact a top 3 weapon, especially since it has a 3-shot potential, 2 shots to the body and 1 shot to the head, which is absolutely absurd. Now up on the screen right now is the setup that I use. Now this is what a lot of comp players use, and I'm pretty sure Tech uses this or uses this variation. So if you guys don't trust me, trust the one and only Tech, who was the MVP for the 2020 World Championship series, and he is actually known for being one of the best players in the overall Call of Duty Mobile scene. Now up on number 2, we obviously have the Kilo 141, and let's be real, you guys weren't surprised. You guys were probably waiting for this very patiently, and I think I'm going to be expecting a nerf very soon for this weapon, especially since it's been a meta weapon and at the top 5 for a long time now. And I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of the best ARs to use if you guys are in that whole section of holding lanes and holding headies, and a lot of top players in the comp scene use this, especially with the disabled perk, which is pretty weird because let's be real, who uses the disabled perk when it comes to ARs? I understand the whole SMGs thing, but ARs, really, it's not really that I would say smart to do so. It's basically wasting an attachment spot. But up on the screen right now, we do have my build. I would 100% recommend using this because not only is it good for its mobility, it's also good for holding those lanes and doing everything an AR is supposed to do. But now that we're done with the number 2 spot, we are going to be going to the number 1 spot, and it is going to be a very surprising one, trust me. Now, the moment you guys have been waiting for, we do have the number 1 gun in this current meta, and it is obviously going to be the CBR. I did lie to you guys, it is not a surprising one. You guys already knew this was going to be number 1. Now, the CBR has been used for a long time now, and the main reason for that is because this is probably one of the most versatile SMGs in the game. Not only is it good at close range, it's also good at mid range, but it's also good at long range, which makes this weapon one of the best because it can do everything. If you want to hold a heady, use the CBR. If you want to play close range, use the CBR. If you want to lane hold and use this to control the overall map, use the CBR. This gun is one of the best, if not the best in this current game, and I would abuse this every single second in every single game of the day because let's be real, if you're not using this, you're going to be losing. If you're not using the CBR, trust me, you are missing out. You can get some free nukes with this, and you can drop some high kill games like I do, and up on the screen right now is going to be my build. Now, if you guys want, you guys can obviously switch out the barrel for the OWC Marksman to have a bit more BSA in overall stability, but I'm an aggressive player. I like playing for kills and I like slowing out, so this was the most appropriate build for me. But without further ado, if you guys did enjoy my list on the top 5 best weapons for season 6, keep in mind that these weapons are based on the guns that I personally use. If I did have a general top 5 list, I would obviously add the SKS and the DLQ into this list, but unfortunately I don't really use those weapons. But without further ado, if you guys did enjoy it, like I mentioned before, if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like, drop a comment, and drop a sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one.